proof, timeline, screenshots, everything.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Adam McIntyre and he is suing his subreddit. Let's get into it. So, who is Adam McIntyre? Adam McIntyre is an Irish YouTuber known for making commentary videos on various YouTubers. Adam was born in Ireland in 2002 and in October 2023 he moved from Brighton to Manchester. In July of 2023, his channel gained traction after he received public support following allegations he made against Colleen Ballinger, where he met Colleen when he was 13 years old. He also stated that Colleen manipulated him into unpaid labor and engaged in gaslighting and bullying. Adam first made these accusations against her as early as 2020. So today's video is a bit heavier than usual. We're diving into a situation involving Adam. He is being targeted in a way that's honestly disturbing. So Adam recently put out a video explaining that members of a Reddit snark page, his Reddit snark page, have actually reported him to ICE. Like yes, immigration enforcement ICE. This isn't just internet drama, this is real life consequences level stuff. Adam's been in the US legally on a O1 work visa, which is hard to get. It's for people with extraordinary abilities in the art, and he got it through his live tour. He did everything above board, paid the fees, filed the paperwork, documented every show. But here's where it gets twisted. The snark page misread his visa. They thought he was on a religious visa, which he is not, and they ran with it. For almost 2 weeks, people have been gleefully dissecting his visa and submitting reports to ICE based on false info. They are literally posting things like, "This is the only time I once say bleep ICE," just because they hate Adam so much. And in doing that, they are weaponizing a government agency known for separating families and targeting vulnerable immigrant communities. Now, Adams always said that he won't fight back against snark pages because he doesn't want to be a hypocrite. He talks about people too, he gets it, but this isn't snark. This is crossing a line. He makes it really clear he doesn't support ICE, never has. He's spoken out about Palestine, deportations, and ICE abuses knowing the risks. Speaking out while on a visa is dangerous, and he was fully aware it could get him detained, banned, or worse. And here's the thing, even if you don't like Adam, weaponizing immigration enforcement over internet beef is disgusting. These Reddit users are using ICE, an agency tied to real pain and injustice, just to get back at someone they don't like. That is not snark, that's cruelty. Adam's response is firm. He is launching an investigation, he is collecting evidence, and he is no longer staying silent. So, what do you all think? Is this just petty Reddit drama gone too far? Or is this a warning sign of how toxic online hate can become in real life? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Now let's hear from Adam himself.
No, I want to talk about something that has came to my attention, and I wasn't going to film a video tonight, but I really want to talk about it because I think that there's something that I want to highlight with it. I'm going to be talking about my snark today, okay? So obviously, like every other creator, I have a snark. There's a snark on me on Reddit, and, you know, they talk about things they don't like or whatever. And I've always been on the wavelength that whenever it comes to snarks, I always feel like I don't want to comment too much on it because you could argue commentary can be snark. You could argue anything could be snark, right? So it's like, who am I to dictate that I can talk about people, but people can't, you know, talk about me, right? So I've always held this, and I still do. I think that there can come a part where it goes into territory that is borderline illegal, and something has happened on my snark within the last couple days that I was a little bit silent on, and I wasn't considering making a video on because I have launched an investigation into it because it has tread the line now. But basically, my snark have reported me to ICE. Okay? Yes, that is a real sentence I just said. My snark have reported me to ICE, as in ICE in America. And I really want to talk about it. And I've been advised not to talk about it because of what we're doing, but I really want to talk about it because I think it's really important to kind of show that people are now weaponizing ICE in a way that's just like against creators they don't like. Okay? So, quick summary, I have been in America since February, on and off. I did shows in London, so I went back to London, and then I was traveling back home to see my dogs, and then I went to Japan. So, I've kind of been in and out of America since February. That was when my work visa started. And my work visa expires at the end of July, hence why I'm doing my New York show, and then I'm practically just packing up and leaving America because my work visa's up. So, when I look at my passport right now, I have, and I can see my stamp, I have an O1 work visa. Now, this visa was very difficult to get, and I got it through the tour that I was doing with the tour company I was, working with at the time, because we were considering adding extra shows and stuff. So we basically got it from January until August, right? Just to kind of allow if we were going to add extra shows or whatever. And I want to confirm that I paid for my entire work visa, and I paid for all of the legal of my work visa, and it was a very long and very expensive process. However, for me to do the Chronically Online tour and do my New York show in a way where I was being fully documenting everything to do with tax, or documenting everything to do with when I was in America, how much money I was making in America, how much I was making in the economy, the work visa seemed like the method that I wanted to move forward with. Now, I know that there are a lot of people that will come into America and they will work without a work visa, but that was just not part of my journey because I just didn't want to do anything wrong. And specifically with the time that I was starting the Chronically Online tour, it was when the Trump administration were really taking over. So of course it was a no-brainer that I wanted to make sure that there was, I had all of my proper visas or whatever in case the tour would get canceled, and then it would be my fault for not having the right one, right? So they're still going. They're like, there's a full conversation going on, right? And also, I was the one that posted that photo of my visa. So the fact that they're also acting like there was something that was leaked, I posted that to show that I finally got the O1 visa because, again, it took a goddamn long time and a lot of money. If I'm being completely honest with you, the work visa, I'm pretty sure, cost me like $12,000 because we applied for it after the shows were announced, so we had to speed that process up. And again, all of my money, all of my legal fees, I was the one that chose to do the work visa. I'm the one that paid for the work visa myself. And let me tell you something. It was genuinely about 11 or 12,000 for the speeding up the process and all of the legal fees. So that is a whole other conversation, right? But these people are genuinely so ignorant that, first of all, I love this. They're not even asking Google. They're asking ChatGPT. They're asking ChatGPT. I think that really sums up these people, right? We're not even Googling at this stage. We're using ChatGPT. Amazing. I asked ChatGPT so many questions. We need you to go back to school. We need you to go back to school. So they're saying, does Homie know if he's religious or not? Because they're saying, hasn't he spoken in the past about not being religious? I'm not on a religious work visa. I don't even know if that's a thing. So they are dissecting sponsors and how it would work if the tour company sponsored me. They're saying, how does it work with me paying my taxes? They're saying work outside of the US. I really don't understand this. And again, we have these people dissecting the eligibility, the removal process, in admission, these people are now trying to work together to get my visa removed, get me banned from the United States, maybe get me relocated to a different country, and make it so that I can never get a visa again because I false claimed. And then they're going on talking about me, about the possibility of there being a deportation process for me, a detection process if they started going through all my database checks, interviews, site visits, because they read my visa wrong, okay? And again, cannot clarify enough, these people on my snark are gleefully supporting ICE and are contributing to the growing of ICE by giving them information, wrong or not. And I want people to know the reason that I'm making this video specifically is I have said that in the past about, I kind of have this approach where I put my hands up when it comes to snark because I don't want to be seen as a hypocrite. A lot of people have been sending me this from my own community and being like, Adam, you need to say something about this because your name is attached to this snark, right? And now, on my Snark, they posted a photo that I had posted of my visa showing that I got the O1 work visa right here, type class O1 work visa, which is this visa that you use. They posted this, and a lot of people were sending it to me, and I had no idea what was wrong here. And then a quick scroll down shows that these people on my Snark are actively excited about the fact that they are reporting me to the American Immigrant and Customs Enforcement, ICE. Literally. We have people on my Snark that are posting the only time I won't say fuck ICE, and they're showing that they are reporting me to ICE. Now, there's a big conversation that's going on here. The first one being that they are saying that I am on a religious work visa because they can't read clearly, and they're seeing the R instead of the O1 visa, which again, the O1 visa, please, people, we need to read. There is an entire thread on here about how they are analyzing that I am on an R1 non-immigrant visa that is for religious organizations to perform religious duties. Now, people, we have got to use a little bit of common sense here to know that that is not the visa that I am under. However, there is an entire thread where people have spent 11 days dissecting my visa, incorrectly, by the way, implying that I'm here on religious activities, which number one, isn't true, but number two, has now started this movement where they are all reporting me to ICE. Now, I just want to clarify one thing, which is that ICE, and again, I do just want to clarify now that for people that have been posting on my Snark about reporting me to ICE or whatever like that, we literally have documented everything, and we have been over the last 11 days. We've also really gone through some other things that have been highly illegal that have been posted on here. We've compiled them, and honestly, Snark is one thing for me. Again, I'm not a hypocrite here. I know that people online have said I support Snark and all like this. My place is, who am I to say whether it exists or not, right? Okay? I've referenced it. I've read from it. Please, I still stand by that. But what I'm saying is when you cross a line that is illegal, things need to be done about it. And unfortunately, I am having to do that now.
So now let's dive into these Reddit posts. So because the Snark Reddit page has been banned, I had to use the Wayback Machine. So here we go. Let's see. This is the first post. That was me. To the right, it says R01 visa. So Adam, tell us, what religious activities did you do? And then Fluffy Pancakes 24 says, this rotten little man is never going to be held to account. Then the next one says, only rotten little people here are you and the rest of the Ethan Klein bootlickers. Learn to read, and I hope everyone who falsely reported him goes to prison as you committed a crime. I will not read everything because that is a lot. I will pick some out of these. Spiritual Studio says, I don't like Adam, but visa with R1 is religious activities, and the one he is presenting is an R01 is for people with extraordinary abilities. Yeah, bye Adam. So let's find the reporting to ICE. There are a lot of comments here. If you want to read them, just pause the video and read it. There's a lot of people reacting to the false accusation, so I need to scroll down to find the ones that we are looking for. I will just scroll down. If you want to read it, just pause, just pause, not post, pause. English is a difficult language if it is not your first language. Here is the one that says, the only time I won't say fuck ice. People reacting to it. So yeah, that is it for now. Let me know what you all think about this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.